What's going on, everybody? Frowzy here, bringing you back to the tutorial world. Today we are going to be building the sugarcane farm. Now the sugarcane farm is like my other one, but I have made some changes and I kind of wanted to share this with y'all. So this one right here, all you have to do is press this button and it'll go through, pick everything up, and it will place it directly in here. This is lossless to the most part, and I'll explain that in just a second, and it's relatively cheap to make. The reason why I say mostly lossless is depending on whether you put a button here or a lever there. If you place a button here, it is definitely lossless because it's not constantly going, but we're just doing this because I think it kind of looks cool. Anyways, to build this, here are the materials we're going to need. We're going to need 2 chests, 2 hoppers, 2 buckets of water, that way we can make an infinite water source. We're going to need a stack plus 10 of building material, any solid block building material, 8 sugarcane, 30 slabs. Now the reason we need slabs, you don't need that many. I went ahead and placed slabs on top of the glass, but it is to spawn proof all of the top area. Anyways, we will need the 30 slab. You'll need 8 pistons, 1 minecart with hopper. Make sure it has the hopper or it will not work. 40 glass, whatever glass of your choice as long as it's not the pane. We're going to go ahead and take our lever, or you can do a button, but remember, if you do a button, it is not lossless. We're going to need 8 dirt, 8 redstone dust, 9 powered rail, 1 unpowered rail, so like just the normal rail. Then we're going to take the 4 observers. Now the reason we're only doing 4 observers, we're trying to make this cheaper build, so we don't have to do the full 8. If you have the resources, you can go ahead and use 8. However, I'm going to be using a light source up there to make it look better. You can use sea lantern, glowstone, the shroom light, or you can use a solid building block, but I like the light up there. So we're going to go ahead and take the sea lantern. So let's get over here and start building this. Alright, to start this build, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and place 2 chests like so. Now you can build this up higher or all the way underground and just have your sugarcane showing, but this makes it a lot easier to kind of show y'all what's going on. Once you get your chest, you're going to go ahead and place 2 hoppers into the side of the chest. 1 and 2. Okay. On this very first hopper right here, we're going to go ahead and place one of our building blocks. Like so. Alright. Next, on this hopper, we're going to go ahead and take one of our powered rails, and we're going to go ahead and grab our normal rail. So powered rail directly on top of the hopper, like this, and then a normal rail on the back side of this. Now the reason we use a unpowered rail right here and don't power this one is because the fact that when we place a lever right here and turn that on, it powers it, and then that unpowers it. So next, you're going to go ahead and take the remainder 8 rails and go all the way down with it. So that's going to be 1, 2, 7, and 8. At the very end of this 8th one, we're going to go ahead and place a solid block right here. The reason we're placing a solid block here and a solid block here is that way when your hopper minecart is going down, it'll hit this and not go through it. Instead, it'll bounce and go all the way back down here. If this is not powered, it's going to stop right here. Next, you want to go ahead and grab your redstone torch and go ahead and find like pretty much the middle part of your rail. So we're going to go down right here. You're going to dig down 1 and then 1 more and then in towards the rail on that second one. That way we can put a redstone torch underneath here. And if you do that, it'll power everything except for that one. Then we'll go ahead and fill in the hole. like that. Next, you want to go ahead and grab your dirt, and over top of all of the powered rails that currently are turned on, you're going to go ahead and place your dirt on top of them. Just like this. Next, in the back, so here's the front back over here, we're going to go into the back, and we're going to go ahead and place solid blocks, like your building blocks, one step below the dirt, all the way down. Next, where you put those solid blocks at, you're going to go ahead and place a temporary block on either end, or really wherever, and you're going to bring it up one, and then remove your temporary block, and then take this all the way back down to this one right here. On both corners, so on this corner, we're going to take it out one, and then over one, and we're going to go ahead and remove this block right here. That way, we don't have to use that many materials, and it'll hold the water inside here. So go to the edge, place a temporary block, and then off that temporary block, go ahead and make it a little water trough right there. Go ahead and grab your 2 buckets of water, and if you go one at the very end, skip the next block, and then go to the third block and place water, you can go ahead and grab water from this one right here, but not from the end. So you can grab water from the second one and then keep going down. A lot of people may know that, but I'm just helping out the people that don't know this little trick. So we're going to go ahead and fill everything up. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our building blocks again. We're going to go on this end block. We're going to place one block on top of here, and then go all the way down to this block, and then add one on the top of there too, and then fill in the middle, just like this. This is what we got so far. Next, we're going to go ahead and take our pistons on your building blocks back here. We're going to go ahead and place pistons facing the dirt all the way down to the end of the dirt. So start at the beginning of it, and then just take it all the way to the end, and it should look like this. Then you're going to go ahead and grab your observers, and you're going to go to the back side of your build. You can go ahead and run you a building block on the back side of your pistons. That way you can stand on it if you need to. And then you're going to take your observers and place them on every other piston. If you've placed it right, you should see this little red eye looking back at you, and not the face. You want the face to be facing towards the dirt. So we're going to skip every other one. See, that's a mistake you can do. We're just going to go to the very back and skip every other one, just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our light source and go ahead and place it on every remaining piston. So right here, here, and there. Next, you want to go ahead and grab your 8 redstone dust, go to the very end piston, and then on that building block you put in behind the piston, you're going to go ahead and start your redstone dust at the very edge and go to the very end. And your redstone dust on every single observer, it should kind of like act like it's going in, just like that, and not be a straight line, or not be a line like that. It should look like this. Alright, so this is the front so far. Next, we're going to go ahead and take our sugarcane and go ahead and plant it on the dirt, just like this. Now what I like to do here to make sure everything is wired up properly with the redstone is right in front of your observer, go ahead and add some sugarcane on top until it goes directly in front of the observer. Now when we click this, every single one of these pistons right here should activate at the same time. Just like that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab our building blocks again, and we're going to go to the very edge closest to the chest, and even with the dirt right here, we're going to come out, and then we're going to wrap around to the other side around this dirt. So we're going to bring it out one more, and then follow this dirt all the way back around, and then we're going to bring our building block directly to this building block, just like that. Next, we're going to go ahead and hop back up on top, up here by your sugarcane, and the sides of it, so far left side and the far right side, we're going to go ahead and build this up one higher than the observers right here. So we're even with the observers, and now we are one higher. And we want to take our building blocks all the way to the back and directly on top of the observers all the way down. All right, so if you look over the edge, you should see one block right here. Now we want to do the same thing we did on this side directly over here. So if we come to the edge, we just bring it up and now make it even with this. While you're still on top, we're going to go ahead and grab our glass and go ahead and grab your slabs. Next, you're going to go ahead and take your glass and start placing it on the block that is above the observer. We're going to go all the way across with this. Then we're going to go ahead and take our slabs and fill in the entire top section of this build. All right, so we're pretty much done at the top. Next, as you see, everything is kind of flying out. We do not want that. So let's go ahead and grab that because that's making a mess. We're going to go ahead and grab our glass, and we're going to bring our glass all the way down to where it is right in front of the dirt and not on top of the sugarcane. So let's go ahead and do this. Now it should be looking something like this. If you do not like the glass right here across the front, you can go ahead and take a building block and go across with it, or just decorate this however you'd please. So we're going to go ahead and do this real quick because this might actually look a little bit better. Yeah, not too bad. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab our lever. We're going to go to this very edge block right here, right in front of the powered rail that's not powered. Place our lever like so. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our minecart with hopper. Go over to this non-powered rail right here. We're going to go ahead and shift and right click. Now you can add in stuff in front of this so you don't have to worry about anything going underneath here. You can go as far as adding glass all the way across the front and then kind of bringing this all the way down. And this is only if you want to do this, you do not have to. But sometimes pigs or stuff can get underneath here and cause it to kind of mess up a little bit. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and hit our lever. And as you see, that one's kind of lagged out. Let's go ahead and grab that. There we go. We're going to go ahead and change our tick speed. That way we can watch it work real quick. And there you have it. It is picking everything up nicely. And this is not going to grow this fast. I have my random tick speed up to, I think it's 400 right now. But this is not a extremely fast sugarcane farm. If you want this to produce more, you can always expand it. All you have to do is remove this and add more rails and do the exact same thing as far as you would like. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. And if you're new, consider subscribing. And until next time, I will see y'all later.